the mantra.
It is the mantra, man. All right,
we're video where we just say that.
We're live. We're live right now.
Is it time to get live?
It's time to get live right now.
Time to get live?
Yeah! And we're trying to get live right now.
Okay.
Yep, live here with Chef Kaz in the kitchen, baby.
Good morning. From Grumpy Bear. Grumpy Bear says hello.
That's
good. This is official Pizza Hut, 1983.
It's unbelievable. 83.
Still with us.
We're still with us. You might not be after that.
So I'm hungry and in need of sustenance. So that's a Ninja blender. I like it not only because it has a cool name.
I like Ninja blender.
I'm actually going to talk about this blender for a second.
You talk about the
I got this blender. I was amazed. Nice. I should probably have put that in afterwards. I don't always know what I'm doing.
Are you going to hear that?
Very rarely. So, I kind of make it up as I go along. Aren't these cupboards cool? I don't usually call them cupboards.
I like those, but you know what? It's like a futuristic cupboard. I don't know if you see it out there. It's very futuristic, though.
I come from the future.
I believe that.
Nice. All right, so check this out. This actually has 3 blades. Why? Because usually what happens when you make a smoothie in your blender and you see only the bottom spinning.
Yeah.
And the top is just stuck and you're like, and then you put it back,
Yeah.
And it's still and it moves for a second. So the fact that it's 3, it never does that unless you have stuff that's all the way up here.
Okay.
And it's too thick, like some hummus. All right, so I'm gonna put some ice. An exact calculated number of cubes, as you can tell.
Very exact.
Very exact. Just I'm gonna add some thickness to the smoothie.
Okay.
Then one of my favorite things. I really am big on frozen fruits. I actually learned that frozen fruits are sometimes better than fresh because they're actually picked during the peak season. You know, when there's abundance. So you're getting the sweetest. Blueberries, strawberries, whatever. I tend to just use frozen blueberries.
Yeah.
I like the consistency that they give. Alright, and we're gonna go with some strawberries. So what else? What do you want to know? What are your questions?
Questions? We don't have questions. We don't do the questions.
We don't have answers.
This is kind of an interview thing, but I'm letting you do your thing and vibe right here. Okay. I do questions when I think different people want to hear about stuff. I think with smoothies, a lot of people like smoothies, but they get the smoothies where you can get them at the store. You can get kind of a prepackaged smoothie.
Smoothie King or something?
Yeah, something like that, or they go somewhere and it's talk about do you think it's cheaper to make your own smoothies versus
Absolutely. I mean, you go and you spend $5 and that's what you'd be spending. Two smoothies at Smoothie King are going to be a week worth of smoothies. I pretty much start every day with a smoothie. I'm just taking the tops off the strawberries right now.
Okay.
But here's the thing. It's once you start cooking for yourself, preparing your own food, you will, and smoothies are a great example of this, you're going to start noticing just how much stuff is in the food that you're buying.
Right.
Whether that's, smoothies from Smoothie World. I don't want to insult any of the brand name smoothie places that come after me with knives. But I have a Ninja,
It's true.
But when I go to those places now, all I taste is sugar.
Yeah.
They're adding either frozen yogurt or a lot of their fruit is sitting in syrup, which I'm just not a big if I want syrup, I'm going to IHOP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a really bad joke, but
no,
it's actually
it's
true.
What we do, man. It's live. You're making all these places upset.
I know.
IHOP.
No, IHOP.
Smoothie King.
If I want syrup,
it's not a big deal.
If I want syrup, I'm going to IHOP. If I live in the South, I'm going to Waffle House.
I love. By the way, let me tell you something.
Yes.
A lot of y'all don't know about Waffle House. Waffle House is sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it's sketchy inside Waffle House. It might be some weird stuff. I agree, but Waffle House is amazing. I get the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with some hash browns on it. It's unbelievable.
That's how you got so skinny.
That's not what it is, but
that's the diet we're promoting.
The Waffle House diet.
I think we could make bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese is good, man.
We're doing hash browns.
Doing hash browns.
Some turkey bacon. All right, raspberries. Where's the screen?
It's the screen's right here. It's right
No,
there.
it's the R2D2.
It's all about R2D2 apparently. I don't
It's
know.
all about R2D2.
I know.
So raspberries, I like the taste, but they're also very, very high concentration of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to you like.
I know, like you talking to them.
You're my guest audience. One day, my guest audience, and he's sitting here, and they're like, raspberries! I'm the ultimate food!
And I'm gonna be right here, still sitting right here.
He's the producer.
Hanging out. Exactly. We're hanging out. We're like taking questions from the audience.
That'd be so cool if I could actually do this.
How cool would that be?
That's the dream.
You know?
You know
what the great is?
Make that happen.
Somebody will watch this. I'm telling you, we're watching. Get it together. Can make anything happen.
Blueberry juice. We already got some blueberries. I usually don't go with blueberry juice because we got blueberries already, but pomegranate juice. But this is just concentrated antioxidants. Again, not putting it in because if you drink this, it is super concentrated.
Okay. So what's the, you have blueberries, then you add the blueberry juice. So
Yeah.
It's kind of,
It's a little bit redundant.
But
it's a little bit of redundancy.
It's okay. I just asked and want to know.
Hurt by your question. Take it personally. Orange juice. Should I turn this light on? Yeah, that's better. We need to get our lighting expert in here.
Well, you know,
David Kane. David and Kane, that's my cousin.
Well, you know, what we're doing right now is very raw. That's what it's about.
This is like Wednesday morning raw. All right, I'm not putting these things in any particular order because they're obviously going to be blended by the ninja. But we've actually got some glutamine powder here, which is good for muscle recovery. I like to just get this in my smoothie so it's in my body, right off the bat. And I like to have this little, measuring spoon because it's easier than going through all my different scoops. So 1 teaspoon, there's 2 of us. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons, or about a teaspoon and a half. Then I just got some branched chain amino acids. I don't know if this really works, but.
But we're doing it anyways.
We're doing it, and that's what it's all about, doing it anyways. Even when you don't think it's working, it can't hurt. And all these are both unflavored. Why not? I don't need all the extra stuff. We got enough flavor, to go around. Then we're gonna put in some of this amazing greens.
Shameless self-promotion.
This is
people are gonna like this. I'm telling you, people are gonna like this. It's pretty awesome. I don't hope. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
I gotta keep this guy in line here.
There we go. That's a good mentality. This stuff is from one of my favorite stores in Las Vegas. It's called Herbally Grounded, or Herbally Grounded, depending on your pronunciation. It's a very good store over on Charleston and Decatur, and they're making a lot of their own supplements. It's just
cool.
They actually grind their own powders and things like that. Really into that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Again, the less stuff that's added to it, I find the best. I mean, why put in more than you need?
Yeah.
Some aloe. Aloe juice is something I just recently started adding. It's really good for digestion. I think it kind of is like, it lines the digestive tract a little bit. I'm just going to pour undiscriminated.
Exact measuring. But you know what, Chef Kaz, if I may interject here, you know what, I'm going to do my interjection thing. I noticed in any chefs that I have observed, and wow, and even just watching on TV, just following here, I noticed there's not a whole bunch of exact measurements anyways.
That's true.
I don't see a lot of that, and I think a lot of home cooks think it has to be an exact measurement from a recipe. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm all about experimentation. It's like, how do I know unless I try? And, cooking is a great example of that. Food is a great example of that. You might not love blueberries, so maybe you don't add blueberries, you don't add so much. This smoothie will still work if I don't put blueberries in it. Mm-hmm. The smoothie gods will not come down and say, "You have not added the blueberries!"
Killing me.
Don't yell at me. Even this is a perfect example. These bananas are what I have right now. They're a little brown, but you know what? They're still good, and actually they're really concentrated with the sweetness. which I'm all about. I'm all about the concentrated sweet. You know, so they're still gonna taste good. And you know, I need a banana in my smoothie pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't put bananas in your smoothie. The smoothie got some. So that's all I got on that. So we got one more time to review. We got strawberries, raspberries, frozen blueberries, OJ. That means orange juice.
Yes.
Blueberry juice for the non-tech, you know.
Oh, that means orange juice.
This show is like Beavis and Butthead, which is actually a very entertaining show to back up.
You know, they got a new Beavis and Butthead.
It's very
It's
entertaining.
pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
like updated though,
Yeah.
kind of with current pop.
Yeah, they use like MTV shows and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
great, like Jersey Shore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's very appropriate for the times.
It is appropriate for the time.
It is appropriate for the times. You know what else is appropriate for the time? Bananas, raspberries. We got the glutamine. We got the branched chain amino acids, also known as BCAAs, more technical terms.
Mm-hmm.
And those that green powder. Now to tell you what's in that exactly, I don't want to read all that stuff. But you can imagine that it's a lot of goodness, and that's what I'm all about.
It's a lot of goodness. That's what it's about.
Okay, now we need a lid because we don't want our smoothie to go
No
everywhere.
explosion of that.
No explosion, and I can't find it. No, ask me something while we.
Listen, I'm gonna ask stuff, okay?
Ask some stuff.
You know what I always ask, because I'm fascinated with food. You know that.
Yes.
With that, tell us a little bit about kind of being, I would say, more of like a personal chef versus being in, say, on the line in a kitchen, you know, in a restaurant, in a hotel.
Man, people are gonna hate me for what I'm about to say.
Well, listen, you just do what you do. That's what we do.
Be honest, right?
You gotta be honest, man.
We gotta take a blend break.
I love it. I love it. The blend break. The blend break. Blending. I can't be on the show too much. I gotta be in the background. I'll be eating the food. Don't worry.
So we have on the ninja. Another thing I like about it is it doesn't complicate things. It's got basically just 3 settings: dough, blend, and crush. I'm using crush right now.
Crush.
Oh, okay. I'll talk about another one. I will get to your question.
We're gonna get to the question.
You can hear me? You can hear me. It's not a yes. Okay.
I don't know who's watching.
Is anyone watching?
They will. They will be watching it over time. That's a big cup. I mean, are we drinking out of those cups? Huh? Are we drinking? That is a massive cup.
We're giants.
We're not giants, that's for sure. You see the size of this cup, man? We're drinking out of this size cup right here.
So this is another one of my favorite little, you know, a lot of things that I do, I like to think that are awesome, especially if I invented them. So this is just like, you know, yogurt, you know, or cottage cheese actually, because I can read well. And you got a message.
I know.
Should you read it?
Not a big person. It's not a big deal, man.
Okay, so that's what it says. It says not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, man. You know, get a lot of messages all the time. All right, we haven't had this giant cup right here.
Okay, so it's like your yogurt thing, right? And instead of taking these and throwing them away or recycling them, which is more desirable for the earth, save them, wash them, and use them for smoothies. Because I like to drink a whole lot of smoothie. That's what I'm all about. I'm gonna take the lid off.
That looks delicious, man. Can I say also, this music is hitting. I loving it.
Yeah?
It's bad, man. In a good way. This is bad, old school. I'm digging it, man.
I was listening to this song yesterday, and it's this new rapper. His name's I think it was Mac Miller. I'm pretty sure. He's pretty good. And I think he's like a teenage kid, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he kind of pulls a little Wayne where he's like, I'm feeling ill right now, and he goes, I don't mean ill like cool. I mean like I'm kind of a little bit under the weather. And I thought it was so cool.
They're making the actual terminology of it.
I think I have a head cold. All right, so I'm just pouring. I'm not gonna really describe that. I am a big fan of straws in my smoothies. I just find them more enjoyable to drink in such a manner.
We're strawing it up here. Is that what we're
Pretty much.
Okay.
We're like scarecrows.
What? I got it. I got it. Okay, I was a little slow on that one right there.
Hey, you
but,
haven't had your amazing power smoothie yet, right?
I have it. Looks amazing. Actually, it looks absolutely amazing.
We'll show it. We'll show
You gotta show it, let's show it. I'm gonna raise it up. Raise it up so you can see it.
Toast to the host with the most.
There you go. You keep bringing it old school.
We're back about the rhymes.
We're back to the
I think that
rhymes.
was a Beetlejuice line, actually. It goes with the most.
It goes with the most. I like that movie,
I think they're
Beetlejuice.
coming out with another one.
No.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You like that movie, Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's my wife's favorite movie.
It's so funny to watch now because the special effects are so bad.
Yeah. With Michael Keaton, I thought he did a good job with the role.
Yeah.
But Winona Ryder, man.
Yeah.
He did Batman. That's what he did after that. And it kind of faded.
Yeah.
You know what was bad? He did that stupid movie, Multiplicity. Oh my God, we were thinking about that together. Yo, this is why we work well together. I'm telling you, man.
Synchronicity about Multiplicity.
Yeah, that movie was terrible. And one day somebody from the studio.
It's all like trying to be like future sci-fi. Like you will have clones.
Nah, it was whack.
And when you make your clones, they will lose something each time you clone yourself.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna drink this, but even before I do that,
Okay.
I want to get some. I'm not even blending. I'm gonna get some potatoes cooking.
Okay.
Ouch.
Chef, you never answered my question.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. All right. Hold on.
You might anger some people, but you know what?
I'm not avoiding.
Don't avoid it. Don't avoid avoidance.
Just go with it.
Just go with it,
Go
man.
with it. I could say something that is appropriate.
I did this. All this deliciousness is sitting here right now.
I know this is testing patience.
This is a test of. It was really cold too.
This is a test of virtue.
It is a test of virtue.
We're letting
These
it warm
smoothies
up.
are delicious. They look delicious.
Yeah, you want to show?
Look delicious. I'm gonna show you this smoothie right
It's
here.
gonna be an adventure.
I'll tell you, we're going up right now. Uh-oh. Just like that. Look at those smoothies. Now that's looking good right there. I hope your head isn't hurting while you're looking at that. What are you doing? He's crushing it right now. Crush the smoothie.
That's acceptable.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable. I will partake in mine right now.
Do some partake. Okay. While our
Oh my Lord, this is good.
Right?
Chef Kaz, this is good.
cheers. Hey,
Cheers.
to many successful endeavors.
I agree.
And,
I agree.
having a live studio audience.
I know. I'm telling you, I think it's great.
Kiwi is, that's
I'm not really had kiwi too much, honestly,
Yeah, that's good.
We are. We're gonna have, as we'll have people in here. I don't think that's too far off, man. It's just inviting some folks in here. And stuff,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's too far off.
They'll get tastes.
They get the taste. Who doesn't like to eat food, man?
I know.
Who doesn't like to eat food?
I want, audience laughter at our bad
You want
jokes.
that?
Like we were talking about.
At our bad jokes?
Like multiplicity.
No, people know, because nobody's
Horrible laugh.
gonna. No, the type of people that was terrible. A lot of people don't even know what that movie is. They don't even know what that is.
How do they not know that movie defined a generation? I don't know what that is.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. That movie. Okay, so what else has Michael? Okay, back to the question. You got it. Stay focused, right?
Yeah, we gotta keep Chef Kaz focused.
I need to hang out with JC more so I can say I'm focused, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm focused, man.
So just so you know, I got some potatoes that I'm gonna bring to a boil over here.
So you make potatoes soft.
We're
get
gonna
them
make,
softened?
yeah, I'm gonna do my expert hash browns that I've invented, I've perfected over years of perfection.
What's so good about the hash browns? What's the? I'm gonna taste it, but what's different about how you do it?
Well, I'm a big fan of crispy. And if you think about the
crispy.
process of crisping, it's just the caramelization. Remember we talked about caramelization of the starch in the carbohydrate
Right.
in the potatoes. But basically, if you think about it, right, what I like to do is I like to create maximum crispness
Mm-hmm.
or crispiness, if you prefer.
Sure.
And the way to do that is you need to caramelize, you need to crisp more than just a thin layer. The thicker the layer of crispness without crisping the whole thing like a potato chip. So you have a soft inside but still crisp outside, which is just the key is time.
Time.
Okay. One of the most important ingredients in any in anything that is made, well, not all, like, steak obviously doesn't need more time.
Yeah.
But time can just be attention.
Okay.
So if I'm going to sear a steak, which I'm going to do in a little bit, I can just sear the two sides. But if I really want to do it right, I sear the edges too, around. So we'll get to all that. Okay, so about working in the kitchen.
We're finally getting to this, by the way.
8 years later, we both have beards.
Yeah, that's right.
I hated working in professional restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I found it was kind of like, I describe it to people like, if you like cars, if you love cars, and your favorite thing to do is work on your car in your garage, your car, kind of like, I don't want to say it's a hobby, but maybe it's not, what you're doing for your full life's income. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily want to go work in a manufacturing plant. Okay. And be on the line assembling parts. Yeah. It just kind of takes a little bit of the love, the heart out of it. And for me, the cooking is all about the heart and what you're putting in. And that, that's definitely something I got from like my grandma, seeing how, she cooked for like my family and how really cared about, what you're doing. And it's just hard to have that same level. Look, at the highest end restaurants, they're definitely putting a lot of detail and a lot of attention into the food. But still, for me, with the experience I've had, it's still about just production. You're just banging stuff out. Yep. You're getting it out. You want it to be as good as possible, of course. You want to maintain that high level that the chef has established. But it also kind of is like depersonalized. When it's not your food, when it's not your dish, when you don't see the customer and interact with, the person who's eating your food, it's hard, for me at least, to have the same level of care. Okay. You would think, oh, well, you could just care. But that's like telling anybody that. It's like, oh, you should just care about I don't know. This is very general, But you know what I mean? Like, it's the same as kind of like, telling somebody who doesn't really take care of themselves that they should care about their health. Like, maybe they know they should, but they don't. This is not really an analogy.
No, I like it with it. Is it kind of like, say they have something on the menu, say it's this braised short rib, but they don't make it, but it has the chef's name on it, and somebody else on the line makes it. Well, you're not really getting that person's meal because they're not actually making it.
And then maybe they crafted the recipe, but as you asked me before, recipes are limited. Yeah. It's like living by some exact planned pattern versus just just taking your life and eating it.
Eating your life. Yes.
Eat your life.
Eat your life.
It's like
that's a great catchline. Eat your life. That's kind of weird, but it works. I'm just saying.
Eat your life.
Eat your life. Man.
It's like taking it's like Ralph Waldo Emerson, I think, or no, Thoreau. And in Dead Poets Society. Yeah.
Good movie. Good movie. Robin Williams. Yeah. Yes. We like talking about movies up here, man.
That's the important part of life too. But take the bone and suck the marrow out of life. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm all about.
I get what you're saying though about what the cooks, because it's kind of like if you go to university and you have a famous professor, and it's I'm taking this awesome class, but then the graduate assistant teaches it. Yeah. You're not getting the person you thought you were getting with that. You're getting kind of the class, the brand, but not the personalization with it.
That is a good analogy.
Now, see, that's an analogy.
That's an analogy.
It's an analogy. I'm just saying.
Analogous. What else to say? I just came to say hello.
You just came to say hello. That's it.
It's just there's a level of not caring, and I don't want to say that line cooks don't care, because they do. They want to make things the best that they can, but if you have people coming over for dinner, it's just different. If you're in you know, your kitchen. And look, the chefs at the top, the head chefs, the executive chefs, they do feel like that.
Yeah.
They want to maintain that standard.
Yeah.
You know, if I have people working,
What's going on?
I was gonna sneeze. I didn't sneeze.
Are you trying to hold that sneeze off?
I'm not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it.
You shall not happen.
Mm-hmm.
You shall not pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm all over the movie. We got synchronization going here.
Synchronization.
All over the yeah, I got your references. I got it. Yeah.
All right, so moving on.
Moving on. That was good.
So we've got some potatoes going. Did you finish?
No, I didn't finish. There's no way. I mean, you'd have to be a monster.
I talked about. Oh, dude, this is. I usually will fill this up.
That's unbelievable.
But that's all I'll eat for like the first hour or two of my day.
Yeah.
You know, because like all that fiber is like you don't think this is much, but all that fiber makes you feel filled up, which I like.
Yeah.
I'm big on fiber. If I could invest in fiber stock, I would.
You would.
I would.
You totally would.
Fiber is the key, really one of the keys to maintaining healthy weight for two reasons, as I see it.
Mm-hmm.
One, it makes you feel filled up.
Yeah.
Where, you know, it's like eating a piece of whole wheat bread or some brown rice versus white bread or white rice. You know, everybody knows about like the Chinese food effect where you eat and then you're hungry again an hour later. It's because the white rice just basically becomes glucose immediately in your bloodstream and you're hungry. Nothing fills you up. Whereas brown rice or whole wheat bread, you know, they basically have the husk left on.
Okay.
They haven't been processed as much. And all of that takes more time in your body to digest. I like getting into vitamins or like, you know, prescription medication where you can get like time-release vitamins. I think of whole grains as time-release energy.
Yeah.
So instead of it just rushing in your bloodstream, you get that crash. It fills you up. It takes longer to digest. The other good part of that fiber is it helps basically pass everything out. Yeah. So it's everyone's filling you up, so you don't need to eat as much, and it's also helping you boil over the water.
Hey, you know what? What's the temperature you cook? You know, the potatoes. I know some people they don't know exactly. You boil, you get into a boil.
Well, some people have actually told me that you're never supposed to boil any root vegetables.
Yeah, really.
So I am doing something illegal.
Illegal
by the food police.
The food police. Yeah.
So I'm going to turn this down. But I just honestly want to get them like nice and soft, and you know, get to the next step pretty much.
How long does it take to get them soft?
Well, I don't like when they're basically breaking apart on their own, like the skin's falling off, and like you know, you stick a fork and the whole thing just breaks. Right. And it's almost like chalky. I prefer it's just like soft, so I can cut through it, but still maintain some of the consistency of the potato. Does that make sense?
That makes
so to
perfect sense.
answer your time question, I'm gonna say about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So right now it's at a boil. It's 9:17.
Perfect. That is good to know.
I'm glad you bring attention to these details.
You gotta bring attention to details. Some people like details, man.
See, I only have 4. If I had more than 4 eggs, some people do like details. I like details.
I like the details.
And look, the home. I'm not like I said before about the experimentation. I'm not expecting that the home chef goes and just like, oh, I want to make lasagna. Yeah. And then just like instantly knows what to do. Some of it is basically that process of going from nothing to something. Yeah. And thinking, intuiting what it would take to create the end goal. Yeah. And I think of cooking in that regard as a lot like life. You don't know how to get there sometimes, but you have inclinations into how do I get a studio audience? How do I get my...
You're really into this studio audience thing. We're going to get it.
I want bands come to me.
Let me tell you.
I will do this.
It's going to happen.
You can't tell because the stream is not going, but I'm doing this.
Don't worry. It's going to happen. I promise. I'm producing the show here. We're going to happen. We got connections.
Have you seen Dan Levitar is highly questionable?
I have.
It's very entertaining. When I started watching, last time I came to visit you, they had it on in the locker room. Yeah. And I was like...
Club Bridges, you're in there?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just like washing my hands and I was like, this show is very entertaining. Because before that I thought it was stupid because he's on PTI sometimes. Yeah. And those guys always like just wreck him. They're like, we hate you, Dan Levitar. And he is like, I will not stand for this. I will get my own awesome show. I will bring my very entertaining Cuban father, and they're very funny.
You gotta be funny.
Yeah.
A show has to be entertaining.
Silly, you know, that's the thing. They don't take themselves too seriously.
Well, that's the thing is, when you're talking about food and stuff, food is very intimate to people. It's fun, can be serious,
Don't get
can be
too
light.
with the food.
Let's not even go there.
Just saying.
But his show has got to be funny. It's got to be charismatic, entertaining. And what I like about shows that I watch, educational. There's kind of a theme to it. And that's what I think good shows have is all those things mixed into one. You know, it's like people want the details, but they also want to laugh. You know, okay, listen, Blender breakdown, that's genius. You know, we're gonna do Blender breakdown every time.
Oh, you mean my description of the ninja?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when we were doing the Blender breakdown and we started doing the robot over here?
Oh, the Blender breakdown.
The Blender breakdown.
I got a name, yeah.
Now it's got a name.
Every time we do a little different smoothie.
Every time we do a different smoothie, we do a Blender breakdown. And then we do, exactly.
I'm kind of stealing that from Chappelle Show, but it hasn't been on like 8 years.
That's a great show, though.
It is. Okay, you know about like what is it? The Black Crusaders.
Yeah. Everything on that show is funny.
No, but I was reading about
Clayton Bigsby is my favorite one.
No, but the reason the show went off the air.
Yeah.
Did you ever read about this?
All I read about was Dave Chappelle going crazy. Going to Africa. That's all I know.
I did some research into this.
You really researched this?
Research. I did.
You researched.
Well, there's this thing online about the Black Crusaders.
The internet.
The World Wide Web.
World Wide Web for those who from 1990.
Did you know that WWW stands for World Wide Web? We're living in a spider's universe.
That's unbelievable.
That was
okay.
That
truly was bad. I'm sorry. We don't edit stuff, so you know it is what it is.
We don't edit.
We don't edit.
Live on
Ustream, man.
On Ustream. I was like live in 5, but we're already live, so it's
been live in 5.
I love when I get to the bottom of the smoothie and it's just like pure raspberry seeds and strawberry seeds, and I'm just like ingest.
You are ingesting that, yes.
Yeah. That is what's happening.
What were we talking about? Oh, Chappelle's show.
So there's this guy, and so originally I saw this on 30 Rock, where they have like Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
He was talking about the Black Crusaders were after him because he was like whatever. So there's this theory that Chappelle's show got canceled because there were these Black Crusaders. It was like Oprah and Tom and they formed like that Jesse Jackson, and they formed like this league to get him off because they were like, he's setting back racial politics like hundreds of years.
I don't believe that.
Right. Everything he does it makes you think. It's like
it does make you think.
Right? It's like it's clever. And so this guy has all like this timeline. It's like this 10-page, I'm trying to think of what the word is, like, write up.
Yeah. There's like a chronological timeline type of thing.
And so, but, and then you'll like see other people and they're like, this is totally false. This could not have happened.
I was very upset when that show went off because I would be crying laughing from that show.
And he had music on it.
Oh man, he would have like Mos Def and Common and Black Star.
That show is still like totally watchable. Like if you try to watch other comedy shows from that time, that's like almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Because I was in college when that was on. I graduated in 2003.
Yeah. Well, it was a great show. Honestly, I was literally my favorite episode. My favorite episode, people, was the Rick James episode. Yeah, that was pretty funny. There's a whole bunch of good episodes, but that was one of my favorite. Charlie Murphy is an animal on that show. I love that. I love Negro Damas.
I think it's actually the first one where it was like the black white supremacist.
Clayton Bigsby, that's the black white supremacist. Yeah, this is the best. When he finally showed his face and the guy's head exploded, that was awesome.
Man, I don't remember that.
But listen, I remember.
On TV, on TV.
You know, it is on TV. It's good. We just did a whole bunch of promotion for a Chappelle show.
I know, right?
Now that they're watching it, please come back.
You remember, like Family Guy? This was really interesting. Was like Family Guy was on again, like when I was in college, like that time, even before that. Like I did a semester in Australia, and it was on then, and then it got canceled, and it was off the air for like 2 or 3 years, and and then they put it on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And once it was on Cartoon Network and more people started getting exposed to it, like they were like bringing the show back, and like 2 or 3 years after the fact, it came back, and now it's like everybody loves Family Guy.
Yeah.
But there was a while when no one watched it, which is very.
It just depends. It's kind of like cult. Kind of like you know that movie Office Space. Like that movie bombed when it came out. But who do you know that doesn't like that movie?
I know.
You know,
I haven't seen it.
It just exactly, and it just gets recycled, and it touched their nerve with people, especially people who work in those type of
That's what we
environments.
need to do. We need to touch some nerves.
They were not Blender Breakdown right now.
Alright, let's do some egg breakdown.
Egg breakdown. I like egg breakdown.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go with whole eggs today. We're both, young, fit, healthy guys. And I only have 4 eggs. If I had more than 4 eggs, I'd probably do like, a 1 to 2 whole egg to egg white ratio.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That's okay with me.
Okay. And I'm actually just gonna leave them packed so we can get some good yolk action.
Okay. We'll bring this up a little bit over here.
Yeah, please.
Come a little bit closer. We like to get close.
So, you might notice when you're just watching, rinsing the outside, you don't know, where these eggs have been. Not to gross anybody out or anything.
We don't know where they've been. Sorry.
Probably inside of a chicken at some point.
Well, yeah.
Most likely. So, hopefully they're clean to begin with, but I just give them a little rinse because, watch. You then press the outside of the shell and all that inside stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Could make
So no cracking of the eggs, really. Whole deal. You just kind of press.
Yeah, well, I break them a little bit. No, I don't have any more to show.
It's okay.
Next week.
Next time, there'll be cracking of eggs.
Potatoes. Yeah, this will be like breakfast. We'll have to do like a dinner episode.
No, we'll do a dinner episode. This is a webisode, is what we're
Webisode.
You like that? You like that right there?
That's not original, though, is it?
It's not original. I'm sorry.
I don't never forget it for this.
I definitely stole that.
Yeah.
But my dinner won't be good because then you set the mood a little bit different. We get some folks. We get your studio audience. I know you're obsessed
I just kind of like saying that.
You like saying
I
that.
just like saying
You want me to get like a laugh sign up there and we go laugh?
Dude, I would love that.
How great would that be?
Applause.
Clap.
Applause. I need to do that. Entertain the folks.
Entertain the folks. I tell you. I'm not doing a blender breakdown right now. I'm telling you we saved that for the actual blending. But Chef Kaz had to excuse himself for a second. But I hope you're enjoying the show. We're talking about life, food, fitness. We're talking about pop culture, all those things. Movies. I get every movie quote that is going on.
Yeah.
We're having a great time right now. Expect this once a month, maybe more. I know you guys are going to watch it. Even we're finished, we're going to put it back on the web for you guys to see. So if you're not with us live right now, you can check it out any other time. So back to the start of the show, though.
Have you told them who you are?
I haven't told them who I am, but I'm going to do the breakdown. You know what? I'm terrible at promotion. That's terrible. But this is Dr. D right here on Dr. D TV with Chef Kaz, my guy. I told Chef Kaz he's my guy. And great chef. And I think you'll see that he's funny. The guy's funny as hell in my opinion. No, I think he's funny. Our Blender. I'm telling you, see, Blender Breakdown is one of the best kept secrets on the web right now. Blender Breakdown. Nobody, if you take Blender Breakdown, we're coming after you. I swear.
But we will come after you.
Nah,
Ninja style.
ninja style, like the
Not talking
blender.
about the blender.
Not the blender, but secret ninja stuff.
I have a uniform.
I don't want to know about that. But every week, or every month, we're going to be having different interviews. But Chef Kaz is going to be one of our regulars here. Really support the guys. So we're going to be doing a Chef Kaz TV show here. There's just no script, no editing.
Live.
It's all live. Wearing R2D2 shirts. Listen, look at me. I'm just wearing a regular shirt. I got to go to work in like an hour here. So we're just chilling,
What time do you have to go?
I have to go probably 45 minutes here.
Okay,
So
we might have to do the steak. I could do the steak wild if the potatoes are good.
I can do that.
Maybe I'll sit at home with some steak or something.
Send me home with steak. I'm going to go to work with steak. That's how we do it.
What's up?
Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing with Dr. D TV. I hope you keep tuning in. Again, get it back to Chef Kas here because he's the guy, man.
I'm going to do some shameless promotion for other
You do that shameless promotion.
This is the best. I love these pans. They are from Bed Bath Beyond. This one is, I think it's a 12-inch. Only about $30, and these things are awesome.
Talk a little bit about that, like the pans, the type of pans you use, because I noticed that what shows is the type of pans that chefs use.
I like to use the real pans, and you might say, like, why would you want to use a pan like that versus a pan like this? And really, it's all about leverage.
Okay.
Like the show on TBS. It was on TNT.
I hear you.
I always see the commercials.
Nice TNT.
But look at the length of the pan handle. And I'm not talking.
I knew you were going to do the panhandle. It was like the Florida panhandle here.
I don't even
Look
know
at the length of the pan.
I just like to use, like.
Freaking baseball.
Yeah. Also, people in truth, just give them a good. I've always kind of wanted to smack somebody.
Don't do it to me.
I want it to be somebody, who's either, attacking me or somebody who's like heavily armored. So they
heavily armored.
And I'm not talking Under Armour. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Wow.
Over Armour. So anyway, the length of this makes very easy control. And you can flip. I'll actually, when we get to the hash browns, you'll see something. We're gonna have to get to that soon, so you can actually go to work.
Yeah.
And you're not like, where were you? And you're like, I was cooking with Chef Kas.
Yeah, nobody's gonna ask me where I am.
Whatever. All right, so what we're gonna do is first I'm gonna get my oven to like 375.
Okay.
And you can do 350, 375. I'm gonna have it on a convection bake. Convection means that the air is circulating inside the oven as opposed to just having the kind of coils heating up.
Yeah.
So the coils are heating up and the air is circulating. So you get a more consistent, balanced cooking.
Okay.
And that's not going to matter too much for your, a steak. Some other thing, maybe like if you're doing a braise in the oven, it might make more of a difference. But if you don't have convection on your oven, don't think you are not allowed. You have to go to Outback or something like that. I do like golden onions though.
They're okay. They're pretty good.
I feel like after that, my face is just like sucked in. Yeah. I ate too much salt.
Is this what the show's about? I mean, you making faces.
That's a lifestyle.
You're like, it's me, man.
I'm doing stuff. So
the convection, I don't think a lot of people cook using convection, so I think that's an interesting point, because I don't know if a lot of people have that, but I was at a kind of a cooking demonstration one time where somebody used convection, and I was like, what's the difference?
Just the word sounds cool.
Just convection. I mean, like running a jet stream or something like that. Yeah. I
mean, you can even hear the air circulation in there.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my. This is a great kitchen tool. I mean, most people probably are aware of these, but this is like the silicone tip tongs, so that you can use them in a non-stick pan and not have to worry about scratching it up.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of those. I'm really into my whole setup. Like have your layout work for you. Don't just think like, oh, I have this kitchen. Like, put things around in the way that they're gonna most serve you. I've got some additional racks back here. I've got like all my, my spice set up and all that for instant gratification. Grabification.
I like that. We're doing Chef Kas terminology.
Instant grab. I mean, you want to, speed up the process. You want to have your system in place to the greatest extent possible.
Of course. This is crazy feeling, man. This is crazy feeling. This,
and I tell you, I call it. Some people are sensitive, but I call it like, Drano, liquid plumber for my body, where
very filling.
Start my day because it cleans you out. Not gonna lie.
Truth don't lie.
Truth online.
The truth don't lie. That's my catchphrase.
The truth don't lie.
The truth don't lie.
And the truth is online.
Okay.
I'm like Paul Pierce. in the paint. Going on.
NBA season is starting Christmas Day.
I am actually looking for. I've kind of missed it.
I have missed it. I like that. I like NBA basketball. Yeah. See, this is what you get with the show. We're talking about some random stuff, but that's important.
Last season was good. It's gonna be interesting this year.
Who's your team?
I mean, I have to lie. Not lie.
You have to lie?
That was like three phrases.
I have to lie.
One horrible phrase.
That would be.
I can't lie, or I don't want to lie, or I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I really like. I was a huge Knicks fan when I was a kid, and I always wanted to like the Nets because I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then they got Jason Kidd, and they actually I like this song. And they got Jason Kidd, and they got like good. So like Kenyon Martin, who's just like the ultimate badass.
Yeah.
And so I love them. And now the Nets kind of stink, but they got Darren Williams now.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, let's see if they're moving to Brooklyn, which kind of disappoints me. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
That disappoints you?
Well, they were like I'm not a
Jay-Z's part of that,
fan.
man.
I know.
It's kind of a pop culture thing.
I'm not a New Jersey Devils fan, so like they were my only team.
Yeah.
Now I have, the Run Rebels.
He got the Running Rebels, beat North Carolina, #1 team in the nation. They beat them.
Are they ranked now? Is UNLV ranked?
I don't know. I haven't checked it yet, but they should be.
But yeah, I'm a Knicks and Nets fan.
It's Nets.
How about
Okay.
you?
You know what? This is the truth. I don't really have a team that I like. I just enjoy the players. I enjoy watching the game because I like the athleticism. I think basketball players are probably the most athletic athletes out there. One of the most, because you're talking about guys who are like 6'10", 6'11", with great proprioception, kinesthesis, and they know how their body is adjusted in space, But I just like seeing good basketball.
I do too.
That's it. I want it was great.
And that series when Dallas played the Lakers.
Oh man, when they rained those threes down on him, that was ugly.
Jason Terry. He
was flying away and stuff. It was great, man. I was not gonna lie. I was happy the Lakers lost. I was happy. I don't like the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm not a Laker. I'm a Laker hater. Just telling you right now.
I was kind of hoping that it would be like Lakers Heat, and just to see the Heat lose because I just don't.
A lot of people don't like the Heat either.
I don't like what they did. They don't like I understand, they want to form this super team. They just wanted to win. It just seemed cheap.
Yeah.
You're
buying.
It's like you use a cheat code or something. They used the
up, down, left, right.
So they thought they were using the cheat code for life. And when you cheat code,
what is that?
That's my
That's your thing. It's
I don't know. I feel like it's like some bodybuilders from the '80s, videos, and they'd be like, steak and eggs.
What are you, Lou Ferrigno?
That's how they always talk. Basically, it's like I'm giving you a WWF 1985 promo.
Yeah, you are. You're Vince McMahon.
You do match with me! I shake! Look at me shaking!
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
And then their head just explodes.
It explodes, man.
And steroids come out.
The steroids come out. Yeah, they come like candy, just like a pinata of steroids. That's horrible. How terrible is that? That's horrible to say. We're just keeping it real, though.
All the wrestlers are dead now.
Well, I mean, hey.
Did you watch wrestling in the 80s?
Are you kidding me? I watched. I'm not kidding. Are you talking about like Coco Beware? Junkyard Dog?
Coco Beware.
Come on.
With the parrot.
With the parrot. If a guy wore that today, I'm just saying.
It would be awesome.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Need I say? Come on.
We should definitely have more 2x4s.
We should have more 2x4s. I agree. We should have like a big 2x4. We should hold it here and then slam it into meat. It's like hit it with meat.
We could have wars with pans and 2x4s.
We like tenderize the meat.
This show is just disintegrating into total nonsense. But that's what sells.
People like nonsense.
We're not being our authentic selves. We're just trying to sell you a product.
That's terrible. That's not good. We're being ourselves. Come on.
We are being ourselves. All right, I probably didn't even need to put that Pam on there, but I don't know. I got swept up in the moment.
That's what we do.
So what I'm doing now is I'm heating up this pan to high temperature, You ever see Step Brothers?
I haven't. My buddy, Charles told me I have to see. He says it's so funny.
I'll lend it to you.
Yeah, let me. I need to watch that. I need to watch that flick, man. I need to watch it.
I hope it's in this case. I'll find it for you. But there's this part when they're like interviewing for a job.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is your? He goes to the woman. What's your name? And she's like, Pam. And she's like, Pam? Did you say Pam? Pam. Like MB, Pamba.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that flick.
But yeah, I'm gonna heat this pan.
Yeah.
We want it basically smoking hot. That's why I really didn't need to put the Pam on there. So I got thinking about that. Because the Pam, believe it or not, is actually gonna burn before we get the pan to the correct temperature.
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to sear the steak. We want to sear the protein.
Yeah.
And the searing is a browning of protein.
Right.
We talk about that with carbohydrates. Look at me getting all serious.
No, this is part of the show. Getting serious.
We gotta do it sometimes.
You gotta get serious.
Let's
sometimes.
get dangerous, like Darkwing Duck.
It's good.
I could use a Darkwing. If anyone out there has a Darkwing Duck T-shirt.
No.
I have a cousin, and he's like super into DuckTales, right?
I used to have that game.
That was
Nintendo.
a
good game. Good game.
I never had that game.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a great game, man.
He's super into DuckTales, right?
Yeah.
To the extent that he now has a sleeve tattoo with all the DuckTales characters. And I think if you're gonna get a sleeve tattoo, you might as well just.
You gotta go all out if you're
You
gonna
might
do
as
it.
well be, authentic. And that's authentic.
All right. So what we got going here with the food action?
Yeah, right? You're like, I need to eat and go.
Listen, guy.
You're like, I'm feeling full from that smoothie and all.
That smoothie jacked me up, man.
Yeah?
Because it's so
Good?
filling. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
That's how I start every day.
That's awesome.
All right,
man.
so here we
Yeah.
got our New York strip steak sirloin.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the fat.
I love the fat. You know,
It's
a lot of
so
people
tasty.
avoid that, but it's the
I know.
tastiest part of it.
When you're healthy, like 83% of the time, or 88, 91,
83% of the time, every time.
right? Then you can indulge in that. All right, so
Smoking hot pan.
Can you see the smoke coming off the pan?
Here we go, right there.
You're gonna hear it. All right.
Yeah.
So searing is like a cook's best friend because you're doing two things.
Yeah.
You are browning the protein, which we talked about as the Maillard reaction. And if you think about it, what tastes better to you? Chicken breast that has a nice brown color on it, or a chicken breast that's just basically white, and cooked?
I like the brown color.
Amen. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but
I just said
I know. I'm sorry. And that's flavor. Okay, that brown is flavor. In carbohydrate, we would talk about that as caramelization. What tastes better, just a plain piece of bread or toast. And maybe let's say a plain piece of bread tastes better, but it tastes different than toast.
Yeah,
And all
it
you've
does.
done is create a chemical reaction. Right? The chemical reaction is caramelization in the start. It's Maillard reaction in the protein. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to seal in the juices.
Okay.
So rather than have a very dry steak, we're going to lock in all those juices by the process of the searing, and that's going to really be nice when we get that external brown and the internal juiciness. Those are the technical terms.
Oh.
So we want to keep an eye on this because we want it to brown, but we don't want it to burn. Those are two different things. And I'm actually gonna change some things around here. I'm actually gonna just kill the heat on potatoes. And this. Oh. And feel free to send us some feedback. Check out
Definitely.
the blog. CustomCuisineLasVegas.com, the website CustomCuisineLV.com. Those are actually two different sites, but you can access the blog through the website. Feel free to email us any questions, chefkazlasvegas@gmail.com. Anything you might like to see, anything that you'd like us to discuss on the show, any movies you'd like us to get more explored.
We will review movies, food, anything. We'll talk about it. In the future, we'll do call-in. So you can call in. So people ask us questions during that. I'll moderate that.
We're all about call-ins.
All about call-ins. You call us in. We'll do all that stuff. We've got our steak here. Look at that nice,
and again,
sear on
it's
there.
not as evenly seared as I'd probably like it to be, so I'll probably, flip it over again and, just try to make sure that it's, we're getting some good color in the middle.
Woo. Smoking hot.
Toasted. And now this is what I was talking about with the searing on just the, the flat side. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to hold it up and sear the edges. So again, that's going to help seal in the juices. It's also going to create some more flavor. So what else? You seen any good movies lately?
Well, you know what I saw recently? What was good was that movie, The Immortals.
It was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like Greek mythology and all that type of stuff. And I just thought, if you like movies about people getting completely ripped to shreds,
that is what Greek mythology is all about.
This is your movie.
Okay.
Immortals. We doing the show. We do a lot of promotion of other things right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna be getting some royalties from all these people we're pumping up.
Hey,
I'm telling you, it's a good movie. It's gonna come back. But if you like complete blood and guts, goriness with a great Greek mythological story, Immortals, you gotta go see it.
Is there any truth in that movie though?
Listen, it's come on. If you believe in Zeus and all that stuff, then that's your truth. But if you don't, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I believe in Zeus from No Holds Barred.
You know what? Hulk Hogan was in that movie. that was a terrible movie. That was a horrible movie. No Holds Barred. I'm telling you, it's a terrible movie. But I watched it.
Best line in that movie. What's that smell? Dookie!
Hulk Hogan had like a little romantic scene in that movie, man. Yeah, man, it was terrible.
What was his name in that movie?
I don't know. I can't remember.
For 5,000 points, what was Hulk Hogan's character in Rocky 3?
Hulk Hogan's character, that is Underlips.
Underlips.
Yeah, look at that. I told you. Underlips. I know what I'm talking about here. Exactly. He had the castles and everything,
He was basically like the same character, except he was like a lover.
He was like a lover, exactly.
I mean, Hulk Hogan really can't be anyone else other than Hulk Hogan.
No, it's true.
Hulk Hogan, I saw Hulk Hogan actually on the Dan Lebesart show.
Yeah.
And a very interesting Hulk Hogan fact. They actually called him to be like, how they have the George Foreman grill?
Yeah.
They actually had contacted Hulk Hogan first.
Are you serious?
And he missed the call.
No, that's unbelievable.
And he didn't check his voicemail or whatever. So there were like two products that they were like, there was like one that was like a blender.
Yeah.
And obviously not the Ninja. And the other was the George Foreman grill. And he missed it.
He missed it. He could have had the Hogan grill or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty appropriate.
It would be, it does. The Hogan grill. Can you imagine what that infomercial would be like?
You gotta buy this grill, bro! If you don't buy this grill, 12-inch pythons! Tall corners.
Yeah, small corners with it. Can you hear me, studio audience?
Hulk Hogan, I'm stealing that. You're gonna have to come to Las Vegas and stop me.
Now with the steak, actually with steak, what's your favorite cut? Is it the New York strip steak or is it?
Honestly, it's such a hard question because of course I love a good fillet.
Yeah.
But it kind of depends what you're in the mood for.
Okay.
I mean, I love a sirloin, New York strip because it's got that little bit of fat on it.
Right.
And it's a little bit bigger. Steak, of course, you can get a bigger fillet.
Yeah.
But sometimes a fillet just doesn't satisfy.
Yeah.
It also depends what it's coming with, because I love, like a dainty little fillet, and served with, maybe like some more delicate items.
Yeah.
It's a delicate, piece of meat itself. So something like, some shoestring potatoes, and I'm envisioning like some sort of like a more like a creamy mushroom sauce.
Yeah.
Like a glaze. But once you want to go like more hearty, if you're doing this with like hash browns and eggs, I can't even imagine having a fillet with that.
Yeah.
So, and this is even a little bit more seared than I'd like, but it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
So you can see, like, I pretty much didn't leave any area of it, untouched.
Right.
All right. Now, I'm gonna put this on my roasting rack. And my drip tray here.
Okay.
And this is gonna go. That's gonna go right in the oven. Now, this is kind of like my chef has how to make a perfect steak trick.
Yeah.
So notice I set the oven to 375. Now there is an element of time here that I'm gonna do a little bit of salt.
Now, what kind of salt are you using there?
This is just some sea salt. This is not coarse. I do like to use the more coarse sea salt as well.
Mm-hmm.
But right at this moment, I'm just gonna go with the more finely ground, finely crushed, and then some fresh black pepper. And I would put some garlic on here, but I don't have any sadness.
Gotcha.
All right. And how are you spicy?
I like spicy,
Put just a little bit of roasted white pepper flakes. Okay. Just add a little bit. Okay, you're getting a little bit more.
You get spiced up.
And I'm gonna add just a little bit of some sun-dried tomato oil.
Okay. Now, what's the effect with the sun-dried tomato oil?
Well, it's just gonna add a little bit of a different flavor that, I mean, you can see a lot of it's just running off already, but it's just gonna add a little different taste. Just something different again. Like I said in the beginning, a little bit of experimentation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how we like it. I would like to put a little bit of garlic, but I don't have any. So we got the oven at 375.
Yep.
And what I'm gonna do here, and you kind of have to again play with this, but I'm gonna stick it in there at 375, and I'm only gonna let it sit in for a minute or two.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill the heat, and I'm gonna leave the steak in, so you get that residual heat from the oven.
Okay.
So what the effect that's gonna be? Because what I want is a steak that's nice and pink, like a medium.
Yeah.
I like a medium where it's not. I don't want anything chewy.
Mm-hmm.
I want it really nice and tender, really juicy.
Yeah.
But I don't want anything that is gonna jump off the plate on.
Yeah.
So you'll see when it comes out. If the result is as you would like it to be as well, and then you can see if that's a good technique for you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of just saying do it this way because I say so.
Right.
I like to just create some ideas, put some ideas out there, and see if it's something that works for you, cool. If it's not, do your thing. Send in not only your questions, but some things that you do. Give us some ideas. Maybe we can experiment with it and try it. Because there's a lot of things that I do not know. I'm all about learning. Here's a little trick though. That's one of my favorite tricks from culinary school. Wet paper towel.
Okay.
That's it. The end.
That's it. You just get a wet paper towel and you put it down on the counter.
And then,
that's what you do.
If you really want to go crazy, cutting board. Now, we got our cutting board on the wet paper towel, and it doesn't move. So you don't have that sliding.
Oh, okay. Nice little suggestion there.
Now I'm going to kill the heat on the oven. And again, I know time is the critical question, but I'm going to leave that in there for about 8 to 10 minutes, like I said before, and let it sit now the heat is off,
Okay.
and we're just gonna basically leave it sitting in there, and let the residual heat do its work. I actually
Right.
do a little bit of.
Got a little bit going.
You want to feel some garlic?
Feel some garlic. You know what? I don't really know what I'm doing, but you know, it's okay.
Well, I'll show you.
All I know is, you know, with the garlic cloves, kind of the mashing it down to get the like the skin off or whatever. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I like how you were like trying to be all descriptive there. And you're like,
I know. I don't really know. I backtrack. Okay, that's just how it happened.
Peel. First, get like these guys all separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get them separate, you want to make sure this is one. All right. So this is, again, you kind of have to go by feeling here, and then just kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, so this ended up actually being two. So you're gonna just kind of twist it like that.
Mm-hmm.
The paper comes right off. Now
That's
you
good.
want it to look clean like that.
Yeah.
Because paper, I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm not a fan of paper.
I'm not a fan of eating it.
You know, who wants to eat paper? I mean,
Did you watch Thundercats?
oh, are you kidding me? I love
That's
Thundercats.
probably my favorite cartoon.
Do you know they got a new version of it on TV?
I've been DVRing it.
Have you been? Yeah, I haven't.
Nights.
I know, and you know what? You know what they also have? They also have is a Wolverine show on Cartoon. Yeah, new one on Cartoon Network. It's awesome. They like curse and stuff on it, and yeah, it's on Cartoon.
Curse.
And curse and like Wolverine, he's like really thin. He's like not like the bulky Wolverine,
Right.
but he's like super thin and ripped. He's like that
Bruce
version.
Lee.
Yeah, he looks like Bruce Lee, but with the the side chops and all that stuff,
Okay.
And the hair, and it's just like he's really tough. But it's all about like him battling guys, and like it takes place pretty much in like Japan, most of it. It's like that version of it, like the samurai aspect of it. It's really good. It's really good. Hey, make sure you next time we have a show, send us in some stuff that you want to hear about for the show. Next time, we'll come. Give me some on Facebook. We'll get some questions, get some note cards. We'll talk. We'll review it, man.
Cartoons are big.
Cartoons are big. I'm telling you, and they have a Green Lantern cartoon too on there that I've been watching. So
When's the Wolverine?
Friday. It's on Friday.
Friday's
Also,
awesome.
Friday night. I DVR it so that it's
DVR?
so that I don't miss it. I don't. It's awesome,
Have you been
man.
watching the new Thundercats?
No, I have been. Yeah, I like it because it's it's much different than the other version
Yeah.
where it's kind of they crash land on New Earth or whatever it is.
See, I like the older version. I mean,
Yeah.
I like this version too. I don't like it.
I just think it's moving too slow for me.
This one.
Yeah, the new version is moving too slow.
It's a little bit.
I want to see Lionel get down and be like an adult. He's like a teenager,
Yeah, he's
and
a little
it's like
kid.
he's like a kid. He jokes around too much for me, but
And Snarf is not Snarf. Sorry.
no, Snarf is awesome in other stuff,
Snarf has no real role in this one.
No, not at all. Not at
They
all.
lost the essence of the Snarf.
He lost the essence of the Snarf.
All right, I lost the
He lost the essence of Snarf, and you lost the potato.
All right, so just so you know over here, I'm draining these potatoes.
Okay.
I'm letting them cool so that when I cut them, they're not like super hot. It also allows the starches to kind of warm a little bit, because you know how when you cook a potato, you boil a potato, and you cut right into it, it's almost like mealy.
Mhm.
So if I let that cool down a little bit, it'll be a little bit easier to work with.
Yeah.
So we got the garlic going. I'm going to show you an onion trick. So first, I'm just kind of peeling this onion. So what's your deadline?
Just to let you know here is since this show was unscripted, as you know, so I didn't know it was going to be going this long. So we got like 15 minutes left of battery life here.
15 minutes battery?
Battery life here, and then I need to get out of here in like 15. So it's perfect timing, actually.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
We gotta hurry it up.
Got to hurry it up. We got to speed up. That's all right.
I gotta coordinate.
We're learning as we're going, though. That's okay, You know what, you guys, you like watching stuff on the internet that's unscripted, just people getting down doing their thing.
I'm all about that.
You know all about it, man. We've had some gem moments in this show already.
I'm all about it.
Wow. Chef Kaz just brought back some No Limit Soldier stuff. I mean,
Whatever happened?
you know how, isn't it amazing how I pick up on every single one of these things he's talking about? You know what happened? Master P got terrible. That's what happened.
Yo, he's gonna come for you, man.
He's not coming for me.
I know, right?
He's not even watching this.
Master P.
But somebody
Master
might.
P, if you're watching, give us a shout. Hit us up on the Twitter. Hit us up on the Facebook.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me know.
What's your, my Twitter is, why is it called a Twitter handle? That seems like,
I don't know, I don't like that.
That sounds dirty.
But you know what, Chef
I'm gonna
Kaz,
hit you up on your Twitter handle.
hit you up your Twitter handle, Custom Cuisine LV, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna shoot this down a little bit so you guys can
Shoot it down.
Shoot it down. All right, so I peeled the skin, I cut it in half. Now what I'm gonna do here, this is straight up CIA technique.
I like that knife.
Thank you. This is my favorite knife. It's a great cutlery store here in Vegas. Bonds, House of Cutlery. They do.
No.
They really know their stuff over there. Yeah, Michelle is actually looking for some knives, so I refer her.
Krasinski?
Yeah.
Really? She's getting a shout out too on this right now.
Yeah, that's what's up. You better watch it.
She'll watch. I'll make her watch the show.
She doesn't watch this.
You tell her tonight when you meet with her, say, hey, did you watch the show?
R2D2.
She'll probably give you some, be like, wow, what happened on the show today? But like, you know, genius happened on the show
What
today.
didn't happen?
What didn't happen? You know what we talked about? We're reviewing movies and stuff. Looking food, reviewing movies. Guess what it's supposed to feel like?
As you would expect from a health and fitness show.
I mean, that's what we do. Yeah.
All right, so here I'm just peeling this outer layer onion because I got this nasty brown patch here that I want to get rid of. I'm gonna pull that steak out in just a minute too. Woo. So we gotta get our hash browns going too. We're a little bit behind schedule. All right, so here's the key technique for the onion. So what you want to do is you want to follow the contour of the onion and cut all the way down to the root. You see, I cut off the stem end and I left the root end intact. All right. So there we go, just cutting through this. All right, so now we have evenly cut lines, and we're going to go the opposite way. And you end up with nice pieces of onion chopped up.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to show you one more time with the other piece. Studio audience is silent.
Silence right now. You know what that is? I'm just doing my thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on my email right now. I'm just emailing my job. Just saying I'm gonna be in.
As Shakira once said, hips
don't lie, man. Hips don't lie.
What would you do if they did lie?
I don't think you'd do anything. That's what I think. Nothing would happen. Really.
I think Shakira should be a special guest on our show.
Are you serious? Hey, let's make that happen at some point. I don't know when that will be, but down the line.
Next week.
All you gotta do is offer people food.
Next week's up. Yeah, well, I will cook for you, Shakira.
That's what you say. You offer people food.
I will cook. What do you?
That's what you get a studio audience. You're getting. You know what?
I got sad.
You guys, I learned that. You know what? When I took cooking class when I was in high school, I learned about the water deal and the eyes. I don't know what it is, man. Yeah. It works though.
So basically, the whole point of the show is to move Shakira to get over
that's
here.
Not the point. Right?
You're still tuned in. Please, really, we want you to come to our show. I will send you my address, and whatever you want, I will make it. The end.
We'll be here. Don't worry, I'll be here.
I'm dying.
And I know there's a lot of onions going on right now.
Julia Child, I am not. Actually, I am like a modern day Julia Child.
Really?
Yeah, it's all about, just being herself. Like doing it her way, not following custom, not being so formal.
I didn't watch that movie, by the way. Julia and Julia.
I watched part of it. It's good. I don't know. I think you gotta kind of be in the mood.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood.
You wasn't in the mood, man. Wasn't in the mood.
All right, so we got our onions. I think we might have to do a follow up because
we'll do a follow up. There's nothing wrong with follow ups, man. Because your eyes are killing you right now.
No, because the salad browns take forever to cook.
That's all right. Makes them come back for more. But like, you know what? Next time.
Part two.
Part two of making steak and making hash browns, man.
Let's at least show them the steak.
Let's show them the steak,
Actually, we gotta pull it out and let it cool a little bit first. How long we got? What's our?
We got another 10 minutes here.
Okay.
Yeah, we got about 10. Actually, we got 7 minutes here.
So let's get the hack run process started.
Yeah.
They can see what's up. And, they can cook to their desired level of crispiness. So that's where we're at.
Man, that's looking good.
Good too.
Look at that, man. Listen, we gotta get hooked up on that right there. Look at that right there. It has a great sear. It looks juicy. It looks appetizing. I just think people eat with their eyes first a lot of times before they eat with their stomach, you know?
And their nose.
And their nose, exactly.
That's what my master always says. You know, you smell first.
You smell first and get you going.
My sister's watching this. Shout out to Jessica Katzminer in Chicago. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Send us feedback on the tweets.
The tweet.
Come on.
The next time.
They're moving so fast.
They're moving so fast. Camera can't even catch up with it. They're moving so fast. So you know what? Next time, man, we're gonna get tweets. Oh, we off air, baby.